Who can forget Paul Anka? Once upon a time, there was a teenage idol whose voice and songwriting were the stuff of legend. The glitzy career that brought him fame has long since faded from his life. The 84-year-old author who collaborated with legends and penned classics that will last forever is experiencing what many fans would consider tragic. Once upon a time, he was defined by fame, fortune, and fame. However, his story has taken a drastically different turn due to the passage of time, difficulties, and personal conflicts. Those who loved him when he was younger will be saddened and confused by the reality of his current life. Above all else, it is going to surprise you. The impressive career of Paul Anka. The life of Paul Anka begins with the meteoric rise of a teenage singer who became famous around the world and continues through decades of music history. Diana, Anka's breakthrough single released in 1957, catapulted him to stardom at the tender age of 17. One of the most popular songs of all time, written about a girl he admired, became a smash hit with listeners around the world. Anka went from being a little-known adolescent from Ottawa, Canada, to becoming one of the most famous teen idols of his time almost immediately. At a time when youth culture was booming and music was becoming the language of a new era, his sudden fame put him in the spotlight. His innocent charisma and silky voice made Anka the perfect spokesperson for the movement, and his meteoric rise drew comparisons to the cult that subsequently engulfed the Beatles and other pop phenomena. Not only was he a talented singer, but he also came to represent the sentiments, loves, and desires of teenagers to many. Paul Anka really came into his own in the late 50s and 60s, when he demonstrated to the world that he was more than just another fleeting teen idol. He plunged headfirst into songwriting instead of relying on Diana's fame. Some of his most recognizable cultural contributions came during this time. One of these was the Johnny Carson-hosted Tonight Show theme, which would become one of the most iconic TV anthems of all time. Night after night, millions of viewers tuned in to hear Anka's composition, frequently unaware that the young star who had sung Diana was the one behind the melody. The decision by Anka to write the English lyrics for the French song Comme, which she then transformed into My Way, was perhaps even more consequential during this time. The song was a career-defining moment for Frank Sinatra when he recorded it. With her new lyrics, Anka transformed the song into an anthem for self-discovery, self-acceptance, and perseverance. People of all backgrounds could relate to the profound impact of the words. The fact that it became so associated with Sinatra further demonstrated Anka's exceptional writing talent. His skill as a musician and his ability to elevate even the most legendary artists were both solidified by this accomplishment. In addition to Sinatra, Anka peddled his hit songs to other legendary musicians. Songwriting by Anka helped artists like Tom Jones, who had a strong stage presence and voice, and early rock